Hey everyone, welcome back. So I've been asked if how you assemble the terrain from the WarCry starter box is important. And the answer is sort of. Let me explain. So the reason why I say sort of is that when it comes to modular terrain, you can basically assemble it however you want. There is really no right or wrong answer because it's your terrain. However, if you take a look at the starter set contents when it comes to the terrain, so here on the bottom, there is a specific way that those pieces need to be glued together to be as modular as possible and to use as many of the terrain cards that come in the starter set. So today we are going to take a look at that. It's actually a lot simpler than I thought, even though it took me about 3 terrain sets to figure it out. So yeah, let's get started. All right, taking a look at the instructions, you can build everything you see here with what comes in the starter without wasting anything or having to sacrifice on another piece. But first, let's talk about stuff that aren't the runes. So the scatter terrain, just build that regularly. Like, you don't need to worry about that. That all goes together just fine. These two pieces, however, there are some changes to the way that those are assembled that you're going to want to pay attention to. So when it comes to building the Belltower piece, you're going to look at stopping at 5D. So you'll get this completely together. Then you will do the A14 piece. If you want to do the A16 and A15 pieces, you can. But the big takeaway here is do not glue the stairs to this piece. Stairs are used in multiple configurations and you only get 2 of them. So if you glue these stairs down, then those cards are not going to be usable. And so I already have mine assembled, getting ready to paint here. I've left the ladder off just for ease of painting. It will go back on. However, when you take your stair piece, it will slide right into where it normally would, even without glue. And then I'll grab a random model off of my paint table. And there you go. So there's a Stormcast Eternal Aether Wing. And so this, as long as you are mindful that it's not glued there, you're not bumping the table every 5 seconds, it will stay for the remainder of the battle. And then pulling them apart, you've got your modular terrain. Now next up, it's going to have you build the Sigmar statue with the platform. And so this is what it looks like complete. However, you're going to want to build the platform without gluing the stairs and without gluing it to Sigmar's head. And so you'll do this step here without gluing this. Then you will glue Sigmar's head together and then not glue it. And I'll grab that piece real quick so I can show you. And basically, by doing that, you get the 3 pieces. And the reason is that there are some cards that use Sigmar's head here as scatter terrain, and if you have this glued to it, then it's not going to work as scatter terrain. It's going to actually be a platform, which could change the play of the game. And so, you've got that out there, but it also, if you line it up right, it'll sit there just fine, like where it's supposed to glue. So like that's not going anywhere. And then if you got, you just take your stairs like I did last time and you line it up and it just pops into place. So you still have the option of using it as the platform per some of the cards, but then you also have the option of using the Sigmar's head here and the staircase, which is important. I have glued 2 sets of the staircases down after telling myself, do not glue these down. So, 3rd time's a charm. Don't glue them down. So, next up is actually the meat and potatoes. of the terrain, and that is going to be your wall pieces. Now, it gives you two examples of the wall pieces here. And so if you actually, let's see, if we flip to front, it will give you this piece, tells you how to make that piece, and it looks like it tells you how to make this piece, I believe. Anyway, sorry, I probably should have wrote that down on what pieces it helps you, but what I can tell you here is clip everything out, get it all cleaned up, sanded down, everything that you need to, and then we're going to show you how to get them all together so that way you get all 4 large pieces of runes. So first up will be this guy.